Hello, hope you're having a blessed day. Today has been blessed for me today, being at church, and yeah, it's been a blessing being down there today, helping out. Um, just finishing the day off, relaxed, chilled in my hammock, in one of my favourite places I like to spend some quiet time. Prayer, meditation, just chilling, relaxing, spending some time with God. I love it. And yeah, I've just been praying to sharing this, sharing this video with you and sharing the backstory to the pilgrimage I've got in front of me, the Camino way. That'll be setting off on mission in a couple of weeks. Be exciting, very exciting. So the backstory starts 7 years ago. 7 years ago, and I'd been invited to my local church in Halifax, and a good friend of mine, Nigel Turton, who's doing a fundraiser, a movie night. Because him and another friend, a guy called Ian, was preparing their own journey to do the Camino. And the film they were showing was called The Way, with Martin Sheen. True story about a lad that goes off to do the Camino Way, but unfortunately loses his life on the first day. Takes a wrong turn up going up the Pyrenees. So his father, who's played by Martin Sheen, goes out to collect his body, and he goes out. He actually sets off, decides to set off and then do the walk. True story. Real good film, really worth a watch. And in that film, so at the beginning, when the father's travelled over to France, he sat down with a police officer, and he asked this police officer, have you ever done the Camino? I said, yeah, I've done it three times. I've done it there and back. So I'll be doing it one more time when I turn 70. And as soon as he said that, it just dropped into me. I'm like, you're doing that when you're 50? I'm like, okay. So, watched the film, brilliant, and I'm like, I wasn't sure whether that's just my own thought of like, yeah, I'd love to do that. I want to do that when I'm 50. Or whether it was an actual direction from God. So, over the last 7 years, I thought about it, I spoke about it, and not done anything with it. Because I suppose in my mind, I'm like, what was that from God? Or was that just something like, well, yeah, I'd like to do that. I'll do that when I'm 50. But as I spoke about it over years, I've had a few people say, have you got a plan? Do you know, like, where you're going to start and everything else? I'm like, nope. And my answer's always been, I don't need to, because I'm waiting on direction. If it's from God, then God will tell me all of it, when to start preparing, when to start planning, so forth, so on. I don't need to move until He says move. And people have said, no, you really need to plan. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, what people fail to understand is I move when God tells me to move. If I've got a direction, if I follow along the path that God set before me, God will direct me, God will instruct me. And that's what I wait for. That's, ever since becoming a Christian, 8 years ago. That's the way I've lived my Christian life and Christian journey. So this is when it gets crazy. So beginning of June. God gave me a 3-step plan with a date to start everything. And the plan was the 3-step plan. Step 1, 30-day challenge. Walk 10 miles. 0 to 10 miles in that 30 days. At least once. If I'm obedient to that, complete that, I can move on to step 2, the planning and preparation. And if I'm obedient to that, I can move on to step 3, which is the pilgrim. It's actually going off and doing the 500-mile walk. 500 miles. Crazy. So at the beginning of June, God gave me this 3-step plan, and it started on the 20th of June. And again, you still have these moments of like, is this just my own head, or is this actually God speaking to me? Is this from God? That's the thought, the direction that's been dropped into my mind. So 20th of June came, went out for a walk, did 3-4 miles, and then I came back in. I'm like, okay, I've been out for a walk, and I thought I'll just watch a film. So I put Prime Video on. Been watching it the night before. But I flicked it on my TV, and instead of it going to the menu, it just went straight to the end of what I've been watching the night before. But within a couple of seconds, something new started. I thought, you know what, I'll just see what it is. And it was The Way, the film that I watched 7 years ago. I'm like, nah, I'm not having it. This is crazy, this. I'll tell you why it's crazy, because I'd searched for it. I searched to watch this film, even this year. And everywhere I'd searched to watch it, I had to pay for it. And I'm like, I'm not paying for it. So that's why I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it since the first time I watched it 7 years ago. But for some reason, in some miraculous way, it just started to play. That was the next thing that started to play on Prime Video. I'd not searched for it, I'd not paid for it. It just came up on the start. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I rewatched it again. It's brilliant, really good film, epic film. And to me, it was just confirmation. It was just confirmation from God. Yep, this is what I've set before your feet. This is what I'm asking you to do. And for this to happen on the first day that I've gone out for a walk on the 20th of June, it's just like, okay. So for 30 days, from 20th June to the 19th of July, I started going out walking, and I started recording it. And I started making posts on my social media, on my Facebook, because I just felt that was all part of the 30-day challenge. Because I knew come the step 2, the planning and preparation, there would be there's a lot more to this. There's a lot more to just doing the walk. There's intention behind it, which it's all starting to play out now. So doing these walks all the way through for 30 days, and then we my friend and myself, Sean, we got invited. Yeah, we got invited to a Christian festival up in Beswick, Beswick, I think it's Beswick, North Yorkshire, near Northallerton, Cedarwood Festival. I'd forgot all about the invite, and Sean, you know, asked me for what to go along. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so we ended up going along, and this was middle of June. I think it was 14th to 17th at the festival, June. So we went to Long Trip Festival. Had an epic time, brilliant time. But then we both said that we were just going to go out with a open mind, open heart, open to just see what God we're going to do, and just do what if we were given direction to follow that. We had an epic weekend, so much happening, that absolutely fantastic. And at the end of the festival, because we went up there early to all set up, and we were there till we were like one of the last off site, so packed down as well. But the night before we were leaving, Sean was speaking to one of the leaders, and she says to him, what are you doing from here? And he's like, don't know, I'm not sure. She's, I think it'd be really good if you went to Keswick. They've got a convention there, free convention, Christian convention. They've got teachings and all sorts of it, but I think you'd really like it, really enjoy it. So he came back and told me it next morning. I says, yep, let's go for it. We've come away with the intention of just going wherever God wants to direct us and send us, and should go. So we went along. Didn't plan it. So we got there on the 18th of July, which was a Thursday. And we were waiting for the evening session to start. So we were having a walk about, and there's a lake there called Derwent Water. And we came across this little sign. And it's like showed the body of water, giving a bit of information. And there's this little red line going all the way around. And it's like a walking track. And I've read, well, reading it, and the distance was 10 miles. I'm like, no way. No, I'm not having it. I'm like, because I'd done 10 miles in a day over the 29 days, but I'd never really done it in one go. And the idea was to do a full 10 mile in one go in one day. And I said to Sean, right, we're doing it tomorrow. So the day after, in the afternoon, we actually walked around Derwent Water, 10.1 mile it was. We did, around that body of water. Did it in 4.5 hours, because we had a bit of a stop around, and yeah, we had an epic time, absolutely fantastic. But I actually completed a full 10 mile walk in one day on day 30 of the 30-day challenge. That was step 1 complete. Yeah, step 1 complete. So it was just confirmation that this is what God's asked me to do. And even before that, Sean was saying to me whilst we were up at Cedarwood, it's like, don't you need to start planning it, and set up a GoFundMe, and because I'm raising money for British Art Foundation, which again, that's only came about through meeting David, one of the founders and leaders of Cedarwood Festival, and through conversation with him, and him sharing about his brother, who sadly passed away last year, who was an ambassador for Life's Epic Adventures. There's a link in the bio of the GoFundMe of David giving tribute to his brother at his brother's funeral service last year. Absolutely fantastic, and that's what's inspired me to raise money for the British Art Foundation. But yeah, it was just another sign that this is from God. So step 1 was completed. We're now on step 2. Planning preparation. We've planned a route. We know which route we're taking. It's all on my social media, on my Facebook page. Everything's been recorded and everything's on there. So yeah, we've set up a GoFundMe. We're raising money for British Art Foundation. We're going to be raising money for 100 Man of Valor Christian men's ministry that I'm involved in and I'm passionate about. And the founder, the leader, main leader of 100 Man of Valor is actually my friend Nigel, who did the Camino 7 years ago. It's all tied in together. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, so I'm starting this on my 50th birthday in a couple of weeks, 24th of August. There's still a lot of planning to do, still some preparation, still some camping stuff that needs to get hold of. But yeah, we're in the planning and preparation. So it's crazy just to think that 7 years ago God dropped this into my mind. Says you'll be doing this when you're 50, and I had no idea of how, or I knew when, sort of when. Didn't know we're going to be we're going to be actually starting walking on my 50th birthday, but I am. There's been other things that's been dropped into my mind as well. So the beard, so I've been growing for the last 3 years or more. The hair, all this is coming off. We've got an event coming up, a beach party, Cedarwood Beach Party. That's a week on Sunday. It's a week on Sunday. That's 6 days before start the walk. So I'm going to be having it all shaved off. Try to raise some much needed funds to go towards the pilgrimage, and for the charities and ministries that we're raising money for. So keep posted for that. There'll be yeah, we'll be posting about that at some point. So we're gonna brave the shave and have it all shaven off, which I quite like my beard and I quite like my hair, and I do have it braided from time to time and I do like it, but no, it's time for it too. And again, it's not a decision I've made myself to like, because I don't, but I'm gonna, because that's the direction I've been given. It all goes towards the cause, all towards the mission that's in front of me. So yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy, and we believe that God's going to move massively. I mean, we just said to the Lord, listen, I'm here. You're sending me on this mission. Use me. In any which way or form. Just, I'm here. I'm a vessel. Use me. To witness, to testify, to pray for people, to give people words of encouragement, to anything. And I believe miracles will happen, can happen, and will happen. And I don't know, healings, anything the Lord wants to use me for, because His reason and purpose behind this This is not just about doing the 500-mile walk across northern Spain. There's a lot more to this. Exactly what, I do not know. I ain't got a clue. All I do know is God's involved. God's telling me to do this. I'm being obedient in doing it. And yeah, you know, now whether you see that or not, or believe that or not, don't really matter. I believe it. Otherwise, I won't be doing it. Or, you know, I must be, you know, insane to actually just decide to go for a 500-mile walk. I like walking, but not that much. But no, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. But it's just a part of life's epic adventures. Because every day should be an epic adventure. Every day. That's the mindset we should all have. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, just a bit of backstory, a bit of insight into why I'm doing this, why we're doing this, and what's ahead. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll be posting more soon.